Now in this last part we are having the quotient of the two quantities, that is z is equal to a by b. So here z plus minus delta z is equal to a plus minus delta a divided by b plus minus delta b. Now because in this case the absolute part of the physical quantity z, it will be equal to like z is equal to a by b. So to make z equal to a by b, onto the right side we take a common in the numerator and we take b common in the denominator. So we have z plus minus delta z equal to a into 1 plus minus delta a over a whole divided by b into 1 plus minus delta b over b, which we further it can be written as a by b into 1 plus delta a over a into 1 plus minus delta b over b raised to power minus 1. So this term is taken into the numerator. From the left side we are also taking z as the common term. So this a by b is nothing but the z, so z and z cancels. So we are left with the term 1 plus minus delta z equal to 1 plus minus delta a over a into 1 plus minus delta b over b whole raised to power minus 1. Here what we do, here we apply an expansion theorem known as the binomial theorem. According to binomial theorem, if we have an expansion of the type 1 plus x raised to power n, we can write it as 1 plus nx plus some other terms where the value of x is very smaller than 1. The actual expansion of this binomial theorem is 1 plus x raised to power n is equal to 1 plus nx plus it is 1 plus n into x plus n into n minus 1 or 1 factorial into x square plus n into n minus 1 n minus 2 over 3 factorial into x cube plus so on. But here if we compare 1 plus x raised to power n with 1 plus minus delta b over b, n is minus 1 and x is delta b over b, because delta b over b is a very small term. So when we do the square, cube or the fourth power, all the terms get very small in nature. So all these terms of the x, that is delta b over b with square and higher powers, because they are very small, so they have been neglected. So we are keeping the expansion only up to the second term, that is 1 plus nx. That is 1 plus x raised to power n is nothing but 1 plus x, where x is multiplied by the power of the expansion. So power is minus 1. So when you multiply this minus 1 with this whole term, we are left with 1 minus plus into delta b by b. Now this is equal to 1 plus minus delta z over z equal to, multiply the whole term, we are having 1 minus plus delta b over b plus minus delta a over a minus plus delta a over a into delta b over b. Again delta a over a delta b over b is neglected for the reason stated earlier, 1 also get cancelled. So maximum possible error in this case is again delta z over z equal to delta a over a plus delta b over b, which is the same result as that of product. So we have seen that when we are doing the addition or subtraction of the two physical quantities, then we get the result that sum of the absolute errors or the sum of the absolute errors gives the resultant absolute error in the physical quantity when we are taking addition or subtraction. But when we are taking product or the quotient of two quantities, then we get the result that sum of the relative errors give us the relative error in the final result. Now how to use this? For this we have question, mass of a body is m equal to 2 plus minus 0.01 gram and volume is 5 plus minus 0.1 centimeter cube. We have to find out its density. We know that density is mass by volume. So again, just like in case of the earlier question, when we are to find out the density rho, it will be density d, so suppose it will be written as d plus minus delta d. Just like M has the absolute part and the absolute error part, M plus minus delta M. Volume has the absolute and the absolute error part, V plus minus delta V. Density will also have the real part and the absolute error part. So first step we had to find out this absolute part. Absolute part will be determined by simply dividing the absolute values of mass and volume. This thing will be applicable in all the cases. So D will be equal to mass by volume equal to 2 by 5, that is 0.4 gram per centimeter cube. So we have determined this part. Now we are left with this. Now while determining this absolute error part in the density, which is coming by dividing mass by volume, just that is quotient of two terms, we are to apply the result that sum of the relative errors gives us the resultant relative error in the final physical quantity. So in this case, the relative error in the density delta D over D is equal to delta M by M plus delta V by V, that is sum of the relative error in mass and in that volume. This comes out to be equal to 0.025, or delta V is equal to V into 0.025. V is already we have determined 0.4, so it will come out to be equal to 0.01. So final expression, final result for density is 0.4 plus minus 0.01 gram per centimeter cube. So this is how we have to apply the result of propagation of errors when we are adding, subtracting, multiplying or dividing the two quantities. Sometimes we have another type of quantities where a quantity is raised to some power. In all the cases we have just discussed over here, all the quantities A and B, they were raised to their first power. That was Z was equal to A plus B, Z was equal to A minus B, Z was equal to A into B, or it was equal to A by B. So A and B, they were raised to their first power only. But what if they were raised to some other power like A square over B square, A raised to power 3 by 2, A raised to power minus 3 by 2, A raised to power minus 1 by 2, then what we have to do? In such a case, what will be the formula? So we have, if Z is equal to A raised to power N. So if A has some error, how to find out the error in Z? Then Z plus minus delta Z will be equal to A plus minus delta A raised to power N. A raised to power N, A is taken outside, common. So we have it is equal to A raised to power N into 1 plus minus delta A over A. Or it will be equal to Z common, 1 plus minus delta Z over Z equal to A raised to power N is nothing but Z. Z into 1 plus minus delta A over N, Z and Z cancel. 1 plus minus delta Z over Z is equal to 1 plus minus N delta A over A. Again using the binomial theorem. 1 and 1 get cancelled. So again the result obtained is that relative error in the Z is N times power times the relative error in the quantity A. Now we are applying the last expression's result, that is delta Z over Z was equal to N times delta A over A into this question. The question is, radius of sphere is 5.3 plus minus 0.1 centimeter. Find its surface area. So radius of sphere is given, we have to find out surface area. We know that surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. 4 pi is a constant term, that is A is proportional to r square. So we have area, quantity A is now raised to second power of the radians. So we will be using this particular result. First we have to find out the area, because we again know that if R is containing delta R term, then area can be written as A plus minus delta S. So first we will find A. Again same old method, area will be simply, absolute part of the area will be simply determined by applying the formula 4 pi r square, where R we will be using only the absolute value of the radius, that is 5.3. So using this, the result we get after rounding off is 353 centimeter square. Then we have to find out error in the area for this we are using the result delta A over A is equal to n times the relative error in the radius, that is relative error in the area is equal to 2 times the relative error in the radius. It will be equal to 2 into 0.1 divided by 5.3, which is 0.0377. So delta A will be equal to 0.0377 into 353, which gives us 13.3081, or it is equivalent to 13. So area is equal to 353 plus minus 13 centimeter square. So in this way we can apply the result to get the final answer when quantity is raised to some power. Generally, if we have given some quantity of the type z is equal to a raised to power p, b raised to power q, c raised to power n, then what will be the error in the z? The result is same as we had done earlier. A and B are to multiply together. C is dividing the product of A and B. But we know that in case of product and in case of quotient or division, relative errors always add up into each other. This means that relative error in the Z is equal to P times the relative error in A plus Q times the relative error in B plus R times the relative error in C. If P, Q and R, they all are equal to 1, then we would simply have delta Z over Z equal to delta A by A plus delta B by B plus delta C by C. But here they are raised to some power P, Q and R respectively. So delta Z over Z is equal to P times delta A over A plus Q times delta B over B plus R times delta C over C. So that whenever quantity is raised to some power, then we will get a relative error in the final result, which will be equal to power multiplied by the relative error in the given quantity. For example, here we have Q, a quantity equal to A square, B raised to power 3 by 2 divided by C raised to power 4, D raised to power 1 by 2. It is given that percentage errors in A, B, C and D are 1, 2, 4 and 2% respectively. We have to find percentage error in Q. We know that relative error multiplied by 100 gives us the percentage error. So using this formula, we have percentage error in Q equal to 2 multiplied by percentage error in A plus 3 by 2 multiplied by percentage error in B plus 4 multiplied by percentage error in C plus half multiplied by percentage error in D. You substitute the various values. Finally we get the answer 22%. So this is how we apply the rules of propagation of errors in the mathematical operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, or when quantity is raised to some power. Try to solve as many as question as possible, then you will have the proper understanding of this thing. Thank you.